The Sault Ste. Marie LPP is urging motorists to slow down in construction zones on the Trans-Canada. Monday night around 7:30, a three-vehicle collision happened near the Haviland Shores Causeway, where there is an active construction zone. Sergeant Manuela Burns said that 3 trucks were involved, with 2 running into the back of each other and 1 being hung up on the guardrail. Burns said that a construction zone flag person could have been seriously hurt. Police say 2 of the 3 drivers have been charged. With a long weekend right around the corner, the OPP will be out in full force on the highways and waterways. Many residents had to leave their homes yesterday due to the raging fire known as Parry Sound 33. Spokesperson for Ontario's Ministry of Natural Resources, Jonathan Scott, said the fire started on July 18th and has now burned more than 100 square kilometers. As of last evening, the blaze is only 5 kilometers from the Trans-Canada Highway and will likely spread out more in the next days as the weather stays dry and windy. The ministry said there are more than 500 firefighters battling the fire, and more than 200 of them are from Mexico. In Killarney, the municipal government had to issue an evacuation order for certain areas, instructing residents to take 3 days worth of clothing, food, and water with them. In French River, an evacuation alert has been issued by the municipal government there, warning residents in some areas that they should be prepared to leave at a moment's notice. Some of the residents said they already have bags waiting by the front door, packed with photographs, important documents, and a few clothes. Ward 3 candidate in the October municipal election, Winona Hutchinson, wants some answers from City Hall. In a news release from Hutchinson, it says that on July 27th, the city requested feedback from local businesses on their development experiences. Hutchinson said this is absolutely needed and important, but she has a deeper concern. This resolution was tabled and passed in November of 2017. Hutchinson wants to know why it's taken so long to enact the resolution, and after doing some research, also wants to know why there are currently 66 outstanding resolutions at the end of this term compared to roughly 25 as of February 23, 2015. And more surprising is that they all have a due date of Q3 2018. Hutchinson wants to know how 63 current council resolutions out of 66 can have the same due date. Of those 66 outstanding resolutions, only 3 are left over from the previous term. Molson Coors Canada, the business arm of Molson Coors Brewing, says it has entered into a joint venture to develop non-alcoholic cannabis-infused beverages. Recreational marijuana, of course, is set to become legal in Canada on October 17th, but edible products infused with pot will remain illegal until specific government regulations are rolled out in 2019 at the earliest. The brewer says with the venture, with the Hydropothecary Corporation, or HEXO, will be a standalone startup with its own board and management team, with Molson Coors Canada having a 57.5% interest and HEXO holding the balance. The joint venture is subject to various approvals conditions and is scheduled to close before September 30th. HEXO, by the way, is based in Gatineau, Quebec, and currently has more than 300,000 square feet of production capacity, with an expansion more than 3 times that size to be completed by the end of the year. An Aeromexico jetliner taking off in a blustery storm in northern Mexico smashed down into a nearby field, but skidded to a stop virtually intact. All 103 people aboard were able to escape advancing flames before fire engulfed that aircraft. Nordic's Urban Indigenous Youth for Change project is collaborating with the Children of Shingwauk Alumni Association, with Youth Social Infrastructure and the Shingwauk Anishinaabe Students Association to create free youth programming that will run alongside the general programming for the Shingwauk Residential School Gathering and Conference. The gathering will run from Friday to Sunday this upcoming weekend, with youth program on the 4th and 5th, 9 a.m. until 4. Through these partnerships, materials will be provided, single bus uses for youth will be available, as well as light refreshments.
people will be receiving 1.5% more as a result of the decision by my government.
Ontario's PC government announced yesterday it will reform social assistance in the province. Social Services Minister Lisa MacLeod says the government will have a new plan in 100 days to replace the Liberals' patchwork of handouts.
The program is actually supposed to support. Our plan will help get people back to work and help them keep working. It will support people with disabilities to work when they are able and participate in their communities. These efforts will go hand in hand with our existing efforts to make life more affordable for people in need. While we're working on our new plan, on compassionate grounds, we're going to raise rates by 1.5% across the board to help those with the cost of living. This will replace the patchwork of handouts and regulatory changes that were included in the Liberals' final days. We're also going to wind down the Ontario Basic Income Research Project, which is clearly not the answer for Ontario families. And we're going to continue to deliver on the promises we made to the people of Ontario, lowering hydro rates,